Corey Holcomb went on another BACKDOORIA rant, and this time it was aimed at former President Barack Obama. Boo Buick Berry was a guest on his wife Michelle's podcast, where they sat down alongside Michelle's brother and discussed a lot of topics. One clip that has been making its rounds is of BACKDOORIA Obama Nation speaking on young boys having role models of all areas and aspects of life, giving an example of his college professor who is an openly gay man. This sent social media on a tirade, and people had a lot to say about the matter. Here's a little bit of what he had to say, and you be the judge on what you think he meant by this statement.
And that's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
Mm-hmm. One dad.
No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
After hearing that, Corey took to his 5150 show Tuesday night to discuss his thoughts, and he couldn't hold back on Bury the Bottom. He expressed that this is an agenda by the former president to basically coerce the minds of young boys to fall in line with the LGBTQ activities. He also made a claim that he knew Barack was BACKDOORIA back when he was on the foxhole, no pun intended, and said the fact Jamie Foxx was so adamant on the station pushing Barack. It then clicked in his head that the Boo Buick population sticks together and will help push not only each other's shit in, but to the promised land of the Oval Office. Listen to what Corey had to say about Barack shots right here.
Corey Holcomb, the #1 fruit-booted detective, always pointing them out, always getting it right.
President Obama. That boy coming out the bag. We were privileged to hear the thoughts of a man named Obama. I want to make sure I heard him right. I've spoken on this, and I am Corey Holcomb, so I get looked at as the bad guy. I'm just gonna wing it because I saw the former president of the United States sitting down with his wife and her brother. And Michelle looked like him with a wig on, just keeping it 100. Michelle Obama looked like her brother with a wig on. And I guess it's supposed to be that way. But as they sat down and chat, Obama is getting bolder and bolder as he leaves the White House, because Mr. Obama said as the youngsters are coming up, they need the influence of BACKDOORIA. This is what he said. He said, I'm just winging it. I'm just coming with it because I don't. Yes, look at her brother. It looks like the same person with a wig on.
Well, they're brother and sister.
I know, but I want to say that.
Oh, I cannot.
It's the same person. What I'm saying is, not too long ago, she said she don't want boys by Barack. And that was an indictment against Barack. But, after hearing Barack speak candidly, almost from the heart. Let's underline when I say almost from the heart. Because he can't speak from the heart. Not too long ago, I did an episode of the 5150 show where I had on the white straw hat and I spoke on men who like to have intercourse with other men are rarely honest about who they really are. Now, this comes back around to this episode because my brother Barack Obama did everything but say what he wants. He spoke around it. He talked about a college professor that was gay that influenced him. But he wouldn't tell you how he was influenced. He's talked about how the youngsters today need to open up, but he's not telling you what he want them to open up. We are not keeping it a buck as we speak to the people. And everybody who keep it a buck as they speak to the people gets canceled. But I will not let this pass without saying something. Our former president did everything in that interview but say who he is and give details about how him and his college professor went in the bathroom with sweaty necks. We are not being honest with the people. We are talking around who we are. There are a bunch of men on the boo-booic blood side of the game who are carried through the game, used as tools of the industry to put in front of the people and basically hide who they are and their agenda. After listening to Mr. Obama speak, I am confident his agenda is to make sure, I'm trying to be nice, make sure your asshole got a goldfish mouth. That's all I'm trying to say. He wants your ass to do this. But he's not being honest about his thing. We are not being told by this brother his real agenda. We saw what he did in the White House. He made sure BACKDOORIA is accepted. He passed laws for BACKDOORIanites to have an easier America, not black people. And I remember the fools were saying, he's not just black people president, he's everybody president. You could be everybody president, but you black and your experience in America is unique. Your experience in America is not like everybody else's experience in America. Black people have an experience in America that is like, damn, they did us like that. And his whole thing was, I'm here to help the people who can't fall asleep after sex without wiping the brown off the sheets. You're not even the president anymore. You're talking on a podcast, man. You have to be honest about who you are now. I knew, you know what? I'm finna get in trouble, everybody. I'm finna get in trouble, but I gotta do it. This is the 5150 show, and my legacy is going to be what it's going to be, but this is 100% the truth. This one I knew Barack Obama was on the BACKDOORIA side of the game. I was working at the Foxhole, and the Foxhole had a deep promotion / push when Barack was running for president in his first term. In Barack Obama at the Foxhole. It was just part of being on the Foxhole. Mm-hmm. And one day, my brother, Jamie Foxx, was up there at the Foxhole, and he was talking, and he said yeah, y'all, because we got to push to get this man elected. And I said, oh, he part of that. He part of that. I know when certain people are behind you, why they behind you, because I'm sitting up here in Hollywood. And I'm not saying nothing bad about my brothers, but I know they push their own kind in a way that's obvious. I've seen people making Hollywood moves, and when I see who they're around, I say, yep, there it is right there. Hollywood, you are a crooked industry for not letting us brothers with virgin ass move forward in the game.
So what y'all think about what Corey had to say about Barack Obama? Let me know in the comments section below. Leave a like and subscribe to the GMS show. I'll see y'all later.